Been the one weak link shooting the free throws, just 36% on the season. Does get the second to fall.
Ups the percentage a tick.
Yes, it does. When you go 50% from the line and you were shooting 36.
Look at this. The Jays trying to trap again. They feel like they get turnovers.
For three. Got it. Yella Lopez.
Yeah, came into this one, John, in the top 20 as the Jays turn it over in minutes per game by a freshman. That's a nice three there for the freshman out of Barcelona.
And she's had a really good run over the last 5 games, averaging just under 7 points a game on the season. But over the last 5, she's up over 10 points per contest. So the freshman starting to play not so much like a freshman here late in the season. Here she is, Lopez on the left wing. Back out to Purvis. Shot clock down to 7. Purvis on the drive. Tried to create contact and didn't get the call.
Yeah, I did like the thought process. What she did starting at the three-point line, but just couldn't get it in.
Quick shot at the other end. Comes up empty for Ronsick.
Maybe a bit of a heat check there. Had been knocking down quite a few shots. Now 4 for 6. Still a strong start. Lone player in double figures.
Garcia Raj looking for her second tray.
And just a little too long on that three. Didn't really have a good opportunity to get in. And it's Creighton ball again.
The foul was on Purvis. And Creighton breaks the Xavier press. Here's Horan for 3 and an offensive foul.
So earlier we saw a 3 go in and the foul called on the floor was on the Musketeers. This time a good call on the charge there, just a little too out of control from
Mogensen.
Yeah, indeed. That was a nice find, but watch this. I mean, yeah, she's not even looking, and she took what, about 3 steps there, John?
That's good awareness by the defender.
Absolutely.
To realize that Mogensen's not looking and just plant the feet, let her run into you.
Man, it looks like they're going to take a look at the replay right now. But yeah, couldn't agree with you more, John. That's excellent awareness to pay attention to that pass from Mogensen. Mogensen looking over. She just wanted to celebrate her teammate, right? Essentially going to get a wide open look for the 3. She makes it, but it doesn't matter just because she went a little too strong.
So what they'll be looking at there is to see if the shot was released before the foul occurred. And they say it's no good. So the shot did not get out of the hand of Jamie Horan before the foul occurred. So no bucket. Stay at 32-20. 4:40 to go. Second quarter. Creighton at 22-4. Xavier at 1-24.
It's a bit fortuitous for the Musketeers, John. That would have, I mean, look, you want to take the charge. You're getting the ball back, though, regardless after a made 3.
Blackford doubled in the post. Gets it away. And a foul coming against Creighton.
And that's going to be on Mogensen again. So in the span of 16 seconds of game action, Molly Mogensen will get 2, and so she'll head to the bench, and Lauren Jensen will come back onto the floor.
And Michaela Scarlett at the line. Just 3 points. She hit an early 3. Been pretty quiet since then. Gets the first free throw to go. She's led the team in points. Now this is the 3rd straight year that she's leading the team. She's out of the Bronx in New York. She led St. Francis Prep to a city championship in New York. And look, that's no small accomplishment.
No, it is not. And she's been, as you said, that one player to average double figures. Her efficiency, you know, she certainly wishes that it was better, but has had to carry this team at times this year.
Xavier defending tough on this possession. Jensen, 2 defenders on her. Kick out, 3 on the way. Townsend, no good. Offensive board for the Jays.
That's a nice job inside by Ronsick. Read that play spectacularly, tips it out. Now she has the ball.
Now she'll shoot the three. Came out a little flat. It's Jamie Horan coming up with it again. Molly going to the basket. Offensive foul. Charge taken by Purvis.
Yeah, Morgan Molly not a fan of that call, but because of how it looks, let's take a look at the replay. You know, it's certainly some physicality, but the way that her head snaps back, and she did lose her footing there and goes to the ground. That's a good end of the possession for the Musketeers after 2 offensive rebounds, and you can see how difficult it is to defend this Blue Jays offense, John, especially when they get another opportunity or a third opportunity just with all the swings on these passes.
It's an 11-point Creighton lead, and a bucket here would get it back to single digits for Xavier, and that would be pretty good feeling. And there it is, Michaela Scarlett. Nifty finish around the defender. 6
points now on the evening. And that was a strong, quick possession for the Musketeers.
Creighton breaks the press, and it's touched out of bounds. Who touched it last is the question. It'll stay with Creighton. Michaela Miller is checked in.
See the smile there from Nyla Blackford. That was one of the things that Billy Chambers said before this game is, again, just the attitude of this group is not one of a 1-in-24 squad. She described them as hilarious.
Yeah.
The team chemistry.
Talked about how much they roast the coaches, how funny they are. That was her favorite thing about this bunch.
And that's super vital for any team, let alone a team that's losing. John, maybe this is just me and how I approach the weather, but especially during winter months. Yeah. It can be dark, it can be cold, it can be depressing, and so you have to have that good attitude.
Good slip to the basket by Blackford. Just got stuck under the basket a little bit.
And there were 3 Blue Jays around her as well.
Good feed to Ronsick. That's an assist for Morgan Molly.
What a pass, and again, what a finish. The way that her body is moving, so many players, I think, would struggle, John, to find themselves. She doesn't find the basket until she is in the air and still gets it to go.
Scarlett step back 3. Nope, Blackford offensive rebound. Trying to work a post move, got fouled by Horan.
That's a good finish there from Blackford as she'll go to the free throw line. Watch this turn.
Chopped on the arm a little bit.
And now she'll get a couple of free throws.
Xavier is a team just 67% from the line this season. Blackford 57% herself. That one's good.
Good to see Blackford back in the starting lineup. Her last one was about a month ago on the 24th.
And she transferred from Kent State, where she spent 3 seasons. And in her 3 years at Kent State, she averaged over 12 points and 9 rebounds a game.
All-conference player all 3 years. She had a good career there. And she's had quite a few double-doubles this season as well for the Musketeers. And whether it's in the starting lineup or the coming off the bench, she's contributed. See the numbers there. And John, you talked about the shooting from the free throw line. That's kind of showed up from all aspects tonight for Xavier.
Little pull-up jumper for Mogensen is good.
How about Jim Flannery's trust with Molly Mogensen? 2 quick fouls earlier this quarter. Wonder if maybe she'd be on the bench until halftime. Nope, she's back on the floor with a little over 90 seconds left.
Yeah, double-digit lead might contribute to some of that trust. And there's a block as the freshman Miller gets the redshirt freshman Mayo in the air. And says, no, not in my house.
John, the size, I think, is showing itself for Creighton. It's not that Xavier is small, but the matchups just continue to exploit some of those size.
Mayo with the deep 3.
What a shot. Nice catch and shoot for Mayo. And that's a big one. Makes it a 10-point game.
Lauren Jensen, 7 first-quarter points, and now has 2 points in the second.
That's now the second time that we have seen her catch the ball and drive right at the basket, not thinking about anything other than laying it in very easily. So tough to guard.
12-point lead again for the Blue Jays. Under a minute to go here in the second. Blackford faces up on Molly. Trying to pass out of the double team, and it was stolen by Miller. But she couldn't save it. And with 6 seconds on the shot clock, Xavier will have to get it inbounds and get a shot away.
Oh, they're resetting the shot clock. Let's see if that holds, John. Right now it says 30, so they're awarding a full possession.
Interesting.
Yeah, to the Blue Jays. That was some good hustle from Miller. Just threw it where her teammates were not. Yeah, so indeed, they will now have an entire shot clock, and if you play your cards right, Creighton might not even be able to get a shot off to finish up the first half.
Blackford trying to go to work, cleared the defender, got her own rebound, put it back.
Good job from Blackford, averaging about 8 rebounds per game. One of the best in the conference in doing so, and puts that shot back up and makes it a 10-point game again.
Can Jensen beat the buzzer again? Not this time. Ronsick stick back, and the foul with 2.4.
What a first half for Emma Ronsick. Make it 14 points now on 6 of 9 shooting. And a strong first half, and she's going to finish it up with a chance at a free throw.
She needed 23 to get to the all-time top 10 in scoring at Creighton. Better than halfway there now, and that one goes through. A little home roll.
Gets the friendly senior roll there.
Full court heave from Mayo is no good. And the teams head to the locker room with the Blue Jays leading by 13. Lauren Jensen and company in control through 20 minutes. We got more for you here at the half in Omaha.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to center court, where these lucky fans will test their Simon Says skills during our halftime Simon Says Challenge. Now celebrating his amazing 21st season as the funniest halftime in the land. Please welcome from White Plains, New York, the master of Simon Says, Steve Max. Hey, how you doing tonight?
First time here. Look at this. We have gathered the best Simon Says players in the history of. We have 2 groups. A round of applause. Who do you think's gonna win? Simon Says, will it be these adult children here? Simon's teams. High five. Here's how this works. You have a... Sorry about that. We're going to eliminate all the tiny people down to one in a matter of moments. We'll come on over here, eliminate the humongous people. Then the last two people meet center court. Before we begin, can we please show them the Creighton love? Give them all a nice big round of applause. Simon says stop. Too much love, especially from that lady right over there. All right, here we go. Tall people, relax. Tiny people, here we go. Hands up. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. I'll give you a mulligan. Only do it if I say. All right, here we go. Hands up. Good. Simon says hands up. There you go. Hands down. And you're out. You're out. Thank you very much. Right over there into the non-winner's area. Thank you. Simon says hands up. Let's go faster. Hands up. Oh, no.
Back with you here in Omaha. Simon says it's basketball time in the Big East. Creighton leads at 43-30. And here in Omaha, it is senior night. Creighton with a number of seniors that will be honored here tonight. Not sure what the future holds for all of them. But we like a little mystery, don't we?
We certainly do. Yeah, nice, impressive showing from the seniors in the first half of the Creighton Blue Jays.
Well, we're going to take a look now at a little video tribute to the seniors for Creighton women's basketball.
The 2023-24 senior class has been beyond special. Taking our program to new heights, our group of 6 seniors guided Creighton to an upset of Iowa, then bested Iowa State to become elite as sophomores. The trade that quieted 17,000 in Iowa City, the victory celebration over the Cyclones, put the Blue Jays on the national radar. Next month, we will reach a 3rd consecutive NCAA tournament, another new milestone in Creighton history. With 78 victories and counting, this group is without question the most successful class in Creighton history. There are more memories to come. And one thing is certain. This group can never, ever be counted out. This is a moment for our crowd, for our staff, and for your teammates to thank this senior class for helping this Blue Jay program soar.
Jensen to Morgan Molly at the top of the key.
To get it down low. Got up and scored. Count it. And the bucket for Mallory Blake. Driving towards the hoop. Shot up is good. And Jensen.
Jensen gets it to go. Jensen has Horan trailing. Nice job by Jamie Horan.
Lawson wide open. The shot is good. Molly. 3-ball on the way. Good. Morgan Molly.
Pretty tremendous, the accomplishments of this senior class for the Blue Jays.
It really is. It's been a special group to see what they have done. That Elite Eight run 2 years ago, going on the road into Iowa, and obviously more left to come this year.
All right, 43-30 the score here at the half. We got more. It's all coming up here from Omaha.
What the heck was that? It's like you were milking a dead cow. I don't know what that was. You know what? Can I be honest with you? It's my first time at Creighton. Normally I have one winner, but I'm in a very good mood because I'm here with the best fans in the nation.
(43-30), Creighton leads Xavier after one half of basketball. John Schreiner and Josh Peterson back with you here at the half. Josh, Creighton's got two players that average over 17 a game, and they did what they were supposed to do in the first half.
Yeah, what a first half for Emma Ronsick, and what a first half for Lauren Jensen. It kind of seemed like any time that they needed a bucket, those were the two players that were going to do so. On the other end, Xavier just not getting a whole lot of shots to fall right now. They're not turning the ball over anywhere near the level that they usually do, but the shots need to fall a little bit more in the second half.
Well, it's senior night here at Creighton, so we're going to take a little closer look at each one of the Blue Jay seniors. First up, Jamie Horan comes to Creighton as an Omaha native, Millard South. She was Gatorade Player of the Year out of high school, and she's just been a solid piece in her time here.
Yeah, she certainly has, and you're going to see a very particular stat on all of these graphics, and that is Elite 8 appearance. But you saw her multiple times throughout the first half, making plays, knocking down some shots, and she has had a really wonderful career, and as it says there, a key bench player. She has often been the first or one of the first players off of the bench for Creighton.
Next up, Mallory Brake. We've talked a lot about Mallory already in this one. You see the 300 career rebounds, all the minutes she's played. And in her final year as a Blue Jay, she's really really stepped into a starting role. And as we mentioned, Jim Flannery's been really complimentary of her growth in her career.
Look at the points per game, for example, going back a couple of years, 1.9. Last year, 2.6. This year, she's hanging out around 5. That doesn't tell the entire story, though. She has made some big gains on the defensive end, and I think it's gotten her a lot more confident on the offensive side.
Lauren Jensen, someone you know a little bit about, 15.1 per game. You saw in that halftime video the big shot she hit at the end of the game to beat Iowa, to send them on to the Sweet 16 where they beat Iowa State. She has just been such a fun player to watch in her time here in Omaha.
Certainly has, certainly has.
Molly Mogensen is a senior out of Farmington, Minnesota, and she's just that classic Jim Flannery point guard.
So often we'll say big three, and I think right after that is Mogensen, and she will have games where it looks like she is one of the big three, and other times she shows up in other spots on the stat sheet, or maybe even doesn't show up on the stat sheet. So impressive, and that leads into Morgan Molly, just so consistent, and perhaps the prettiest shot that I have seen watching college basketball. Oh, it's so much fun watching those rainbow shots that she puts in.
And finally, Emma Ronsick, the player who tonight can become the 10th all-time leading scorer in Blue Jay history. And look, she's not just a center. She can shoot from the outside. She can play running the floor. She's a tremendously versatile post player.
Yeah, and it showed in the first half. Ronsick, 6 of 9 from the floor, knocked down a 3, couple of free throws, 15 points, but 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And that is the part of the game that this group plays, John, that certainly going to remember when their time, whenever it is done, is the ability to share the basketball.
Now let's take a look at some of the action for Emma Ronsick in that first half.
Look at that.
Going early on the defensive end.
Shows up on the defensive end, shows up there with the early 3. And again, watch the way that she can adjust in the midair and get a shot up very, very quickly. She does it so often. Look at this. Goes up, gets contact, puts it in, and would go to the free throw line as well. Her efficiency, after being so strong for the first few months of the season, it's dipped a little bit in February. But what Jim Flannery has said is that, unlike in previous years where maybe that could affect her in a negative capacity for multiple games or inside of a game, she's able to let it just kind of roll right off of her back, and it showed up again this year.
Scarlett trying to open the second half with a 3 for Xavier, but here come the Blue Jays.
Man, Ronsick with a rebound, so she's already adding to the stat sheet just a few seconds in to this third quarter.
Near steal by Purvis. Ronsick able to dribble out of it. And that pass was touched by Lopez.
Good hands there by Taylor Purvis. Almost was able to get a steal and go the other way, where I think she would have gone in pretty uncontested for a layup.
Creighton with 8 on the shot clock. Morgan Molly. Jensen. Off to the left and out of bounds.
Jensen knocked down an early 3, John, but since then she's gone 0 for 3 beyond the arc. We've seen the majority of her points since then come inside. A couple of nice layups in the first half.
Julia Garcia-Roig, freshman out of Spain, to her freshman Spaniard teammate. Got another player from Spain coming in next year, as well as one from Finland. So the international flavor going to be heavy in the second year under Billy Chambers at Xavier. Purvis for 3. Rebound inside for Morgan Molly.
I think she's kind of lulled the defense there, and I like the shot thought and the shot attempt, just a little off.
Molly, mid-range game, on point again.
Matching the largest lead that the Blue Jays have had today at 15 points. For the most part, it's been a very comfortable game for Creighton, John. They've been in this spot where it got down just below 10, a 10-point lead in the second quarter, but for the most part, it's been right here at 13 or 15 points.
Nice reverse lay-in for Garcia-Roig. He's got 7. Mogensen running the floor in the scoop. Good feed from Ronsick.
I think the chemistry of the seniors shows itself so often on fast breaks or fast break adjacent chances like the one that they just has. I mean, she's far away from the hoop, sees a cutting teammate. Nice find, nice layup.
Garcia-Roj for three. That one's offline. And four of those seniors, Mogensen, Molly, Ronsick, and Jensen, played in that 3-on-3 tournament in the summer and won the national championship. And that can only do wonders for building chemistry when you're just playing together all year long.
Couldn't agree with you more, and it has showed itself this season, I think, more than even the past few seasons. Look at that. Look at that hustle by Mallory Brake on the floor. Is able to corral the ball, and it's going to be Creighton basketball as they had the possession arrow.
Jensen around the screen, and a foul. Might be Michaela Scarlett for pushing through.
Yeah, Mallory Brake went to the ground. Scarlett pretty frustrated by the call. Let's take a look. Dude,
I don't know.
She looked like Brake might have just decided to take a seat there.
It's a tough one.
And you can see why there was frustration from Michaela Scarlett, the senior.
It's that kind of play that makes me glad I'm not an official.
Yeah, we had the benefit of the replay. Not so much watching it live and having to make a snap decision.
Jensen with the turnaround. No. Break. Put back. No. Morgan Molly. Third time. Not a charm. And Xavier finally clears the rebound.
You know, you figure that that's not going to cost the Blue Jays anything, given this 15-point lead with 17 minutes left in the game. But that's when they watch it on film, both players who had a chance to put it back up are going to be really disappointed in themselves.
Garcia-Roj with a nifty 360 dribble.
Nice work to go right by Morgan Molly. Nice little finish there.
Xavier now matches Creighton with 16 points in the paint.
So where this game kind of differs, it's not even from 3, John. Creighton 5 makes on 13 attempts, Xavier 4 on 14 attempts. It's pretty much even there, but you look at the mid-range game, that is where Creighton has really had a nice advantage versus the Musketeers.
And rebounding numbers are heavily skewed in favor of the Blue Jays as well.
They're getting second chance opportunities.
There's Anaya Harris.
Nice find.
She's got a cheering section over on the far side of the stadium.
From Omaha, what a nice cut and a good finish there at the hoop.
Ronsick left alone for 3, missed it. Break, cleans it up.
Another chance for a second chance, and Break, instead of like the last time where she put it up as she got the rebound, this one she corrals herself, gathers herself, goes back up and makes it a 13-point game again.
Scarlett on the drive, has it ripped away by Morgan Molly. Break running the floor, what a pass! What a finish for Mallory Brake. And a timeout called by Billy Chambers with 5:53 to go in the third. She can feel it starting to slip a little bit. 51-36 Creighton. Morgan Molly dropping dimes in Omaha.
With steady wings, Blue Jays fly. With bright minds and curious hearts, they discover their path and soar to new heights. They uncover new research and explore new horizons. At Creighton University, Blue Jays find their perch side by side and take flight, ready to lead the world around them.
In the world of athletes, where every move counts, setbacks can feel like a mountain to climb. At Rothman Orthopedics, our team of top-notch orthopedic experts are here to get you back to doing what you love, because we specialize in you. We're not just about recovery, we're about rewriting your story. With specialized physicians and unwavering support, we help you rise above adversity. Rothman Orthopedics, the official orthopedic provider of athletes.
Fresh, warm hot dogs.
When I'm not selling hot dogs, I invest in a fund that advances innovations like robotics.
Fresh, warm hot dogs straight out of my torso. One for you, one for you. Oh, you're a messy one.
Cool, right? So cool.
Anyone can become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives you access to NASDAQ 100 innovations.
Hot dogs. Fresh, warm hot dogs.
Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risk, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
And so I'm just kind of out in the open.
Well, we didn't expect this to happen. I don't know why we didn't expect this to happen, but being 79 degrees yesterday would make you think that it probably wouldn't snow the next day. But then again, it's Nebraska.
John, this is horrific news, and I don't appreciate it from the production truck.
Let's take a look at the Big East standings. UConn locked in at the 1, Creighton locked in at the 2, but Marquette, Villanova, St. John's all fighting for that 3 seed. A lot to be decided over the final 2 games.
Like in the men's side of things in the conference, that middle class is so large. We've seen that across college basketball at a lot of levels throughout this season. Creighton, as you said, locked in at that 2, UConn locked in at that 1. And Creighton trying to get a conference tournament championship for the first time in over a decade.
Good feed inside for Harris, but better defense for the Blue Jays. Lopez for 3. Good shot there from the freshman from Spain.
Second three-point make for Lopez today. And a good answer out of the timeout from Billy Chambers. A good play to draw up and a nice look, and goes in the hoop.
Mogensen. Ronsick with the fade, got it again.
That's what we keep talking about, man. She catches that off balance because she just kind of lost her footing as she was going after the ball. Maybe a bit of a push as well. Gathers herself, puts it up, easy 2.
17 points now for Emma Ronsick.
At least makes it look easy.
Harris all the way in, got it blocked by Ronsick.
Showing up on both ends of the floor again.
Kennedy Townsend. 10 on the shot clock. Ronsick inside for Molly. Turnaround fade, got it in 1.
They make it look easy, John. They continue to make it look easy. Ronsick, a nice decision there. Good physicality from Anea Harris as she was guarding her. Pulls it back, finds Morgan Molly, gets the bucket to go, and she'll go to the free throw line and a chance to make it a 17-point lead.
Morgan Molly made 46 consecutive free throws. Shooting 93% from the line this season.
I was on the call when she missed her first. Now
and they said, curse of the commentator.
I am a believer in the announcer's jinx, but my partner that night, Rob Sims, not a believer. He was like, she hasn't missed. She won't ever miss. And then clank.
I'm not a believer in the curse of the commentator, Josh Peterson, because if I could speak things into existence, what do you think I would be doing?
Yeah. Dallas Cowboys would win a lot of Super Bowls if I could put it into existence.
I would be a professional sports bettor, my man. Blue Jays break the press. Here's Haran.
Ooh, she almost turned it over. Nice job to put it on the floor to make sure she didn't.
Jensen from the corner. Got it.
I mean, what do you do there, right? Jensen just kind of got lost amongst that defense, and suddenly she's wide open, and Creighton is up by 18.
Both teams, between the two of them, they've made 9 of the last 10 field goal attempts.
And yet Creighton is added to the lead because of the second chance opportunities and because of some turnovers that Xavier has had. This is a nice job, though. Look at that.
Ajanique Mayo going to the line.
Good physicality there. 10 of 11 from the free throw line this season. Make it 11 of 12.
Bridgeport, Connecticut native. He was the player of the year in 2021 in the state of Connecticut.
She's a player, again, that young player. We told her story earlier, transferring into this program and she's getting better as this season goes along, coming off a career high about a month ago versus Providence. Good defense.
They left Jensen alone for 3. She didn't make him pay, but Horan with the offensive rebound. Into Ronsick, creating space. It's the contact from Mayo. Third team foul on Xavier. And Creighton leading 59-43. We'll take a break. Finish out the third quarter when we come back. Back with you here in Omaha. Creighton still leading the nation in free throw percentage, but Santa Clara nipping at their heels. Josh, you know that they would love to finish #1 in that category as a point of pride.
Absolutely they would. And right now, just 5 of 7 from the free throw line is Creighton, but a couple of opportunities upcoming for one of their better shooters from the free throw line this season. Emma Ronsick knocks down that one. Came into this one 88.4%, now 3 for 3, so raise that percentage just a little bit higher. And a little bit more.
61-43 now. Xavier unable to cut into that halftime deficit so far. In fact, it's been extended by Creighton. And Michaela Scarlett be the catalyst for something.
Even with some really good shooting, 5 of their last 6. And make it 5 of their last 7, but some good hustle.
Blackford fighting, get that ball out of there. And here's Scarlett, got blocked by Ronsick, and it's going the other way.
Wow, so not only is it blocked, but it's blocked off of you, and so you lose out on the possession regardless.
Third blocked shot of the night for Creighton. Mogensen for 3, looked good all the way.
Didn't think she was going to take that. Took a bit of a jab step there and decides to fire. And now Creighton suddenly 6 of their last 7 from the floor, and they have 21 points in this quarter.
Mogensen, the 4th Blue Jay, into double figures. Purvis dribbled it off her foot.
I like that thought from the senior. Turning, trying to go around Emma Ronsick, but just lost it off of her foot. And it's Creighton basketball again. The second turnover this quarter for the Musketeers.
Ronsick fade away again. She got fouled again. She'll go to the line for 2 more. She's sitting on 19. 4 points from cracking the top 10 all time.
And it's coming on one of her most impressive nights of the entire season. 19 points, as you just said, 7 for 11. But look at this, just 3 attempts from beyond the arc, 1 make. So she has done this at the free throw line, where she now has 5 points, but the mid-range game and finishing at the rim as well. Just a masterful performance for the senior as she hits the 20-point barrier, make it 21 yet again. And now it's a 7-0 run for the Blue Jays over the last 72 seconds. She'll go to the bench.
Been all Creighton. They're outscoring Xavier 23-13, and there's still 2:10 to play here in the third. Mayo, jumper, no.
And now, John, because of those block shots and then because of that miss, suddenly Xavier is shooting sub 50% in this quarter. Nice takeaway there, though, by Taylor Purvis.
Running the floor, got in the lane, scooped it ahead, and Harris tried the reverse lay-in but didn't get it.
I just don't think that she was in the exact spot that she needed to be to finish that one there, John.
Molly out to the perimeter. Jensen, quick trigger. Left it short, but Horan again with an offensive rebound. Boy, she's been all over the offensive boards tonight. Molly wanted a foul, didn't get it. Here comes Daniela Lopez. Xavier with a minute to work here in the third quarter, trailing 66-43. Harris, offensive foul.
So making another turnover for Xavier. In this quarter, which they started so strong, they've now, John, missed their last 4. The scoring drought for them is nearing 3 minutes. And it has allowed this lead to balloon to 23 points. And you see Horan go down there. You mentioned her offensive rebounding tonight. 3 offensive rebounds tonight for Jamie Horan.
The 7-0 run stays alive for Creighton over 2.5 minutes now. Jensen being hassled by Garcia Raj. Morgan Molly.
The stars have come out tonight. Morgan Molly now 7 for 10 to go along with Ronsick 7 for 11.
10-0 run. Blue Jays can add to it. Could potentially hold for a last shot here. Still about 6 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Jensen with the hezzy. Miller, no. And Xavier with 1 chance at a final possession. And Mayo was fouled at the midcourt stripe. Looked like somewhat intentionally by Michaela Miller.
Yeah, only 2 fouls make it 3 now for Creighton, so they have a couple to give. See the coaching there from Billy Chambers. 2-time MAAC Coach of the Year at her previous stop, Iona. It's been a tough year. She told us before the game, though, she's had a rough season before, which is always good. You always wonder about that kind of next step up. What happens if that first year goes poorly? But she really likes this group.
Yeah, she had a season, she said, at Iona where they only won 2 games, and it happened a lot the same way. At the buzzer, Lopez misses. And we'll see what Billy Chambers can draw up for the fourth quarter as her team has fallen behind by 26 with 10 minutes to play. Creighton, the number 23 team in the country, looking every bit of that tonight.
Fresh, warm hot dogs.
When I'm not selling hot dogs, I invest in a fund that advances innovations like robotics.
Fresh, warm hot dogs straight out of my torso. One for you, one for you. Oh, you're a messy one.
Cool, right? So cool.
Anyone can become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives you access to NASDAQ 100 innovations.
Hot dogs. Fresh farm hot dogs.
Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risk, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
In the world of athletes, where every move counts, setbacks can feel like a mountain to climb. At Rothman Orthopedics, our team of top-notch orthopedic experts are here to get you back to doing what you love, because we specialize in you. We're not just about recovery, we're about rewriting your story. With specialized physicians and unwavering support, we help you rise above adversity. Rothman Orthopedics, the official orthopedic provider of athletes.
Minutes left between Creighton and Xavier. Blue Jays with a 26-point lead. They outscored the Musketeers 26-13 in the third quarter. John Schreiner and Josh Peterson here with you. Creighton going to move to 14-3 in Big East play.
The stat sheet, John, is showing a few areas that really helps explain this lead, this sizable 26-point edge. First of all, the shooting that Creighton has been able to enjoy tonight. Over 53% from the field, over 40% from three. They had a really nice third quarter. 3 makes from beyond the arc in that third. And they've gotten a lot of second chance opportunities as well.
Michaela Scarlett to start the fourth for the Musketeers. Leading scorer, just 6 points tonight. She averages 14. She had 26 against the Blue Jays the last time they played.
Yeah, it's been real tough sled. No players in double figures. Another turnover there. Lopez unable to get it off in
Got
time.
called for a travel anyway.
When it rains, it pours, right?
Or when it snows, it blizzards.
Yeah, certainly. Been a tough one for Xavier, especially after that start that they had to the quarter. They were really strong those first few minutes shooting, but just unable to get some good looks towards the end of it.
Brake with the righty scoop.
How about Mallory Brake? She had a career-high 17 in the first meeting between these two sides. 10 tonight, 27 points in these two. She averages, John, around 5 points per game, but it's 13.5 when she plays the Musketeers.
5 Blue Jays in double figures now. Xavier without a player over 9. Blackford's got 9. Garcia Raj also has 9. And when the score is 71-43, you might expect that. A little moisture on the floor.
Hopefully not the snow.
Let's hope it's not the snow coming in somehow. Scarlett.
Let me see there, 28 points. Largest lead that Creighton has had today. And another takeaway.
Jensen into the front court. I do like the intensity from Garcia Rod. She is always on it on the defensive end. Jensen got the friendly roll.
So how about that possession, John? Second chance opportunity. Once more, Jensen gets it back. Decides to go with the mid-range this time. Gets a very friendly bounce, and then another turnover on the other end. That was something that we were going to be keeping our eye on coming into this one. That's already the third turnover in the first minute 51 of this quarter. Only 10 overall, which is well below their average of 19, but 3 quickly, and now it's a 30-point lead.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was pleasantly surprised was Xavier done a really good job taking care of the basketball. Just 7 turnovers through 3 quarters. And now 3 quick ones here to start the fourth.
And now Rancic will go to the free throw line, John, with 21 points and 2 more. And she is into the top 10 all time for the Blue Jays.
And she misses the first free throw. Emma Rancic on 21 points. She could tie Tanya Warren with 1 more point now after that make. Tanya Warren, 1,566 points in her Blue Jay career. Of course, Tanya, the coach at Northern Iowa. Here's another area you see on the screen. The rebounding numbers heavily in favor of Creighton, 35-18.
And it's 12-5 when you consider offensive rebounds, and another turnover. And they give it right back.
Gives it right back. Mayo, what a crossover. Just didn't get the floater to fall, but that dribble move was beautiful.
Yeah, that was nice. Wish that she could have gotten the finish there.
Molly makes it look easy.
She does. She's done that a lot tonight. Morgan Molly, 8 for 11 now, John, 19 points. So you combine her and Rancic, and they have 41 combined.
Another steal for Creighton, and Lauren Jensen on the run out. Another timeout for Xavier. 6:58 to go in this game, and Creighton has blown it open. Blue Jays 78, Musketeers 43. We'll close the door on this one when we come back. Looks like Creighton's well on their way to victory number 23 on the season. Emma Ronsick just 1 point shy of cracking the top 10 on the all-time scoring charts at Creighton. It's all gone right for the Blue Jays here on senior night.
It absolutely has. 55.6% from the floor, better than 42% from the three-point line. It's the mid-range, it's the charity stripe, it's from deep, it's from close. It's been a really good night, and he's throwing 5 turnovers for Xavier in this fourth frame, and it's allowed for this lead to continue to balloon. 0 points so far through 3+ minutes for the Musketeers.
Lika Kvirkavelia has checked in. Freshman from Georgia, the country, not the state. And she just got called for a travel.
So make that now 7 turnovers in their last 12 possessions.
You're saying that's not good?
No, it's certainly not. And for a while, John, we didn't think that they were going to even approach their turnovers per game number, and it's at 13 suddenly, and they average about 19. It's been a really tough fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's not gone their way that Xavier would have wanted. Townsend for 3. High arcing shot, nothing but net.
Her first field goal tonight, the sophomore out of Kansas City. She has had a wonderful season from beyond the arc, shooting better than 40%, but especially at home. That number is around 50% for the sophomore.
Harris. Shoot it from there. It's off. And a good rebound for Harshaw. Ronsick still out there. Oh, and there's a steal for Lopez. Daniela Lopez got it.
Great anticipation there for the freshman out of Spain. She saw exactly what was happening with that pass, stepped right in front of it for an easy takeaway.
Horan, good bounce pass, good find. Kennedy Townsend underneath.
Excellent work from Jamie Horan. Doesn't have any points today, but 4 rebounds, including 3 offensive, and then add in that dime there.
Kvirkavelia throws it inside for Purvis. Couldn't finish it with the left hand. The freshman kicks it out. Lopez for 3. And Jensen secures the miss. Ronsick for the top 10.
What a possession. You see the smile there for the senior. Look at that pass. Decides to put the ball on the floor. Gets Lopez in the air, draws the foul, and is now a top 10 scorer in Creighton women's basketball history.
That's something special. What a career she's had. And if this is her last game in this building, what a way to finish it.
Approaching her career high. She had 31 at Drake back in mid-December. 25 points, and John, she's done so on 12 shots. That is the efficiency that we were talking about earlier. Nice answer there on the other end from Mayo.
Now, this is the second Creighton women's basketball record breaker. Another steal for Lopez. Another run out. And Daniela Lopez, one of the descriptions her coach gave her was defensive disruptor, and I think you can see why she said that.
Incredible anticipation, and she's just a freshman. So you wonder what kind of development is in her game. Wow, speaking of a nice move, Harshaw, the redshirt freshman there in the air.
Harshaw levitating for the finish.
Wow. But Lopez just a freshman, Harshaw just a freshman. And so certainly opportunities to get a whole lot better over their careers.
And here's Abby Schubert, who's also a freshman, into the game here late. Lopez, how about it coming to life here in the fourth quarter?
Well, make it 12 points, leading the way now for all Musketeers. And she has really had a strong fourth quarter, a good finish.
And there's Harshaw. And it's a substitution timeout for Jim Flannery. He wants to get Emma Ronsick the standing ovation walk-off on senior night. for cracking the top 10 in scoring. I mentioned this is the second Creighton women's record that's been broken on a senior night in a game that I've called. I was here the night Jalen Agnew broke the single game scoring record on senior day. She scored 43 points. And now Emma Ronsick on senior day gets into the top 10 in all-time scoring.
Cool to see the fans give her a standing ovation. A couple fans, wow, look at Harshaw coming on strong here as this game gets near an end. She now has 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. But seeing the fans implore others to stand up, and as you said, this could be the last time that they get to watch Emma Ronsick play a basketball game here. We're in the Creighton white and blue.
There's Lopez, who's had a really good fourth quarter on both ends of the floor. Mayo for 3, came up short. Another rebound for Jamie Horan. Townsend for 3. And Michaela Scarlett still out there doing work. 92-52. This one just went off the rails in a hurry in the second half.
Yeah, it absolutely did. You know, it was a fun little back and forth, John, in the first 5 minutes or so of the first quarter. Nice shot there from Scarlett. And Creighton with the second chance opportunities, which they have had plenty of tonight. Out rebounding Xavier 2-1, 40 versus 20. And they have had a lot on the offensive end as well, and they've certainly knocked down their fair share of shots.
Miller with the scoop finish. We just have to say that, I mean, Xavier's going to drop to 1-25. They're going to fall to 0-17 in Big East play. And just in talking to Billy Chambers, just in a 5-minute conversation, I immediately wanted to root for her to turn it around. She's so genuine and so honest about the process and everything that they've been through and the struggles that they've had. And I think just from hearing her speak about it and the way she talked about it, I do think she's going to get this thing headed in the right direction.
She had so much success at Iona, right? You know, was there for 10 years. And again, to call back to a stat that we pointed out early in this broadcast, the freshmen for Xavier have played 42.8% of their team's minutes. Coming into this game, that was 5,025 total minutes. So that's the whole season, John.
Yep.
If you just look at conference play coming into this one, so that's 16 games, that number was at 50.1%. So overall, the number's 42.8. You get to conference play, the number rises by over 7 percentage points. And it's going to be tough, especially in a league like this with Creighton, who, you know, will get a couple of victories versus them now on the year. Obviously, UConn in this league and others. And so it's tough. But as Coach Chambers said, been a part of a team that had very similar struggles to this one, a team that won 2 games overall at Iona. And so we've seen the signs, right? It's about putting those signs together for 40 minutes versus in fits and starts. And they can certainly do that with just more culture building, more practices, etc.
And she spoke to the youth of the team and said, look, we're playing a bunch of freshmen who are probably not yet ready to be playing at this level. She said, you come out of high school and now you've got to play against players who are probably going to play pro somewhere in the world on most nights. And it's been a really, really tough go of it. And there's Jamie Horan with the steal and the finish, and she gets her senior night applause. Under a minute now left in this one. Mayo for 3, got it. Angenique Mayo. Now with 13 points tonight. Horan for 3, got it. And the crowd lights up for the senior from Millard South High School.
How about Jamie Horan, now 5 points in the last half minute or so after not scoring any throughout the entire night.
99-57, Scarlett. Schubert back to Scarlett. for three. Missed everything, and with 9 seconds to go, Creighton can just dribble it out. Harshaw on the catch. And it is a successful and happy senior night for the Creighton Blue Jays. In the second half, Creighton scores 56. And they win going away 99-57. Creighton now 23-4 overall, 14-3 in Big East play. Xavier, meanwhile, they dropped their 17th in a row. They're 1-25, 0-17 in the Big East. And Jim Flannery and his bunch will be dreaming big dreams as they work their way toward the conference tournament, where they will be the 2 seed. Again, the Big East women's tournament gets going March 8th from the Mohegan Sun Arena. Check out the Big East website, find out how you can get your tickets if you want to head out that way. And Josh Peterson is down on the floor with Emma Ronsick.
Joined now by Emma Ronsick, top 10 all-time for the Creighton Blue Jays. What did it mean to do so on senior night?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I didn't know that I was that close to that, but it's really special to do it in front of this home crowd. They showed out tonight, and they really supported us throughout this whole season, so it was awesome to do it at a home game.
What's it been like playing with this group of women over the last few seasons? Obviously, so much success and a few more games left. What's it been like in doing it again tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's been the time of my life these 4 years, playing with these girls. Lauren coming in a year later, us 6 are just so close, and then getting to know the younger girls as they come in has just been amazing, watching them grow and learn as the years go on. But yeah, it's just been something super special, and I've cherished all 4 years of it. It's amazing.
Emma, congratulations.
Thank you.
John, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. Of course, as always, Big East women's basketball is brought to you by Invesco QQQ. It is the official ETF of the Big East. So celebrations all around tonight for everybody in blue and white. And Creighton makes it a happy senior night. Josh Peterson. If you are watching on Flo, you can stick around and catch all of the senior night festivities. We will have that covered for you here. But Josh Peterson and I will step aside, and we'll let the PA announcer take you through the rest of the festivities. A big win for the Blue Jays in their final home game of the regular season, 99-57. They get the victory over Xavier. Big thanks to Chris Harbold and Joe Willman up in the booth for us tonight. For Josh Peterson, my name is John Schreiner. We'll see you next time for Big East Women's Basketball.
The 2023-24 senior class has been beyond special. Taking our program to new heights, our group of 6 seniors guided Creighton to an upset of Iowa, then bested Iowa State to become elite as sophomores. The trade that quieted 17,000 in Iowa City, the victory celebration over the Cyclones, put the Blue Jays on the national radar. Next month, we will reach a 3rd consecutive NCAA tournament, another new milestone in Creighton history.